Happiness today is just a song away, according to Marvin Gaye. No matter what your situation may be, sometimes turning on a song can just alleviate all of the problems of the day that you had. It just wash away your worries and helps give you inspiration to take another step in this journey we call life. Hmm.
What's the eye roll for us, man? He was funny, man. You made that shit. That shit was funny, man. I was laughing my ass off. You gonna bench.
I can recall those days sitting in the classroom,
Saying it's not.
bored to death, trying to listen and retain what the teacher was telling me. But all I could do is listen to the music playing in my head. So after a while, I could not bear it anymore, and I would start beating on my desk in rhythm and patterns, which would make my classmates react in a way to whether they're dancing or moving in their seats, or they're just not absolutely paying attention to her anymore. And the teacher would get absolutely upset with me and send me to the office. No matter how many times I got sent to the office, I still managed to make it from one grade to the next. And from those days, I always knew what I wanted to do is to produce and write what was constantly in my head, and that was music. I was socializing in an environment where music was encouraged, played on a daily basis. My mother had a very big vinyl collection, and I played with it constantly because I was so intrigued with this thing called music. I would get the vinyls, flip them over, see who were the composers, see who played what instrument because I wanted to know every part of what made up a song or a melody. Also, during those years, I was a choir boy. My mother kept me in church every Sunday and also made sure I went to choir practice every Wednesday because she knew I loved music. She heard me singing around the house and she always encouraged me to do what I love because I always had a song in my heart. But we can fast forward some years later, and the choir boy here traded in his robe for a pair of shoulder pads. Thanks to my older brother, I fell in love with football. And whenever my mom would ask me why I'm not singing or writing anymore, I would use football as a scapegoat. Whether it came from Pop Warner, middle school, high school, college, and pro, the music in my head never ceased. And during these times, I did not make music solely because I wanted to, just because I needed to get the sounds out of my head. But after a while, I decided to take a hiatus. The time I spent away from actively making music and having music in my head constantly, trying to shut it off so I could take care of so called real world responsibilities, my life became less and less and less satisfying. Quality of my life went down and it was just horrible. I was constantly approached by friends and family asking why I was not making music anymore, and I would just shrug my shoulders as uncertainty, and they would look at me with this expression of disbelief on their faces because they knew what I loved and they knew what I was capable of, and they just saw me wasting potential. Then the universe reminded me of my purpose. So, opening up to the possibilities again, the music was back in my head, stronger than ever. I believe, like those who witnessed me and followed my omens, to attend Full Sail University. So before Full Sail, I was working in sales and service. All the while longing to express my true self, and my focus became to stop holding myself back and allowing my light to shine instead of sitting in the cubicle for the rest of my life, doing the same repetitive thing over and over. By obtaining Full Sail's audio production degree, it has helped me to become more knowledgeable by providing foundations in audio basics that allow me to build upon these foundations with project-based courses that gave me the skills to be able to thrive in this entrepreneurial field while learning how to translate client requests into professional sounding content in my own home studio. Courses geared towards audio technology and listening skills place emphasis on my creative skills that will assist me in achieving my goals and working with some of the best recording artists someday and running my own studio and production company. Thanks to hard work, dedication, and what I've learned at Full Sail University, I have expertise in several programs necessary to be successful in the field of audio production. Courses that were centered around software like Sibelius, Ableton Live, Pro Tools, Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, and also Iridium. Mastering these tools will allow me to stay up to date in an exciting and ever-changing industry, and I am familiarized with how sound functions and how it travels and interacts with the human auditory system. With my ear for music, I am capable of detecting audio nuances as those who call it producer ear. I am a creature of change and growth, which will help me to maintain a competitive edge in this industry. And on the latest innovations, I have deep insight on how they have evolved and will evolve. Full Sail has helped me foster a business acumen to ensure high levels of professionalism in this game that we call the music industry. Being personable, adapting, outgoing, and strong willed will help in working with multiple people in this industry. Music is my life, so there will be no struggle in balancing my career and nurturing outside relationships to make things work. I constantly look for new techniques and inspiration to help in my growth. All in all, my purpose is to create binding forces through music that will help this world. And in the words of Jimi Hendrix, music doesn't lie. If there is something to be changed in the world, then it can only happen through music. Peace and love, y'all.